Aurelio, obviously always pleasing to respond with a win. What did you make of the performance?
Yeah, I thought we were pretty dominant. First half, we probably should have killed the game off. I think that's been a bit of an issue for us the last 3 weeks. We mentioned this week and also again tonight about really being ruthless in those moments. I know it's easy to say, and we're not the guys that are on the pitch. It's the players there, and we really had to be, and we created a lot more quality chances tonight than we have over the last couple of weeks. As I said, we probably should have had at least 2 in the first half and probably should have won the game a lot more comfortable. And then, as always, when you're only 1-0 up, you're always worried about just one moment, and it could always happen. So our focus now has to be, yes, we've got the 3 points, which is extremely important for us, keep us amongst the pack, but also finding something more in terms of getting that second goal to actually give us a little bit of a, not so much a breather, but put us in a better position where we can control the game a little bit better.
Lawrence Wong, how special was that for a first goal?
Yeah, it was a nice goal. Nice goal. I think Jack Tommy is the youngest player ever here at the club to score a goal, so that's good for him. And he just got to keep learning, got to keep working. We think he's got a really bright future, but he's right at the infancy of his career, and he's learning a lot of things about working hard, what it's like to be a good teammate. He's going to go through ups and downs, and that's all part of it. And he's pretty level-headed anyway, so as long as he keeps listening, keeps learning, keeps pushing himself, and then he gives himself a good chance.
Stephen Ugarkovic, hamstring injury?
He said he felt like he was cramping, so at this stage, I have no idea. So we'll assess that this week.
And how do you sort of see the way, Max and Tilio and Lex, the way they're sort of reintegrating the team in the last few games? How do you sort of see how they're going?
Well, they're just building on minutes, to be honest, now. And although Lex is very important for us, and contemplating taking him off towards the end, but at the stage of the game, we thought we just need him on there, and he was feeling fine. So he's fine. Obviously, as I said, he adds a lot of strength. He probably wasn't his best game, but he's a guy doing 15 slide tackles out there. He's 34 years of age. So that already should tell everyone else that if it's good enough for Matthew Leckie doing that, it should be good enough for everyone else. So Tills is good, felt good. Probably squeezed him probably about 10 minutes longer than we wanted to. But he said he felt good. And Maxie had his second start. He was a little bit down, Max, today, but it's pretty normal after the euphoria of 5 or so months out, playing last week, big game, and all excited and everything like that, and then you can have a little bit of a downer. But he caused, not his top game, but he still caused moments, and it was unlucky he was a fraction offside for the goal. So he's going to be a real valuable player for us.
And just how important was that win, with what we've got next week against the big rival? Just to get that heading into such a big game.
Yeah, it's we have to enjoy it. It's been 3 weeks since our last decent result, so we'll enjoy it tonight and this week, and we'll knuckle down and get ready. It's obviously next week. We know there's no need to discuss a game like next week, but we're going to have a normal week leading into it like we always do. And it's a big game where I think from memory 1 point behind. We are 27? We're 27, they're 28. So obviously a massive game in the scheme of things. So looking forward to it.
Just kind of following on from that, you've mentioned how some of those injured guys slowly coming back now to get up to full fitness. Do you feel that the club's kind of almost like reaching its kind of getting back to where it once was, right at the right time as we're entering the second half of the season?
You'd always like to think so. The good thing is we'll have Andreas back next week, and we'll have Kai back next week. They had a nice week this week. They had a nice session again today and look really good. So if they get through next week as well, which I think they should, there shouldn't be any reason why they shouldn't. Then we'll get another couple guys back, and then there won't be too many that are missing. I think Jonna probably has another 3 to 4 weeks, I'd say. But it's positive. And as I said, it's important that we're staying amongst the pack, and within the coming weeks, generally having everyone, and touch wood that we don't lose anyone else. But look, we never know. The way we play, the way we work, we're always at risk of something. But I prefer it that way, because you got to play with intensity, you got to play with passion, and that's what we're trying to do. And I think the more times you can do that, it gives you the better chance of winning.
The reason for Soprane and Matteo not playing today, was there unavailability?
He trained all week and came Friday. Yesterday morning with tight, like buttock, right in the junction of Sammy. Yeah, and he said felt good the whole week, felt fine. Left training on Thursday, felt fine, and later on that evening started to feel a little bit of stiffness. So he's had a scan. No issues with the muscle, a little bit with the tendon, a little bit of inflammation. So he's on medication, and just see where it goes. Those things can settle pretty quickly, or they may take a week or so. But generally, in terms of muscle injury, there's nothing there, which is good.
And Ben is back?
Benny, unfortunately, poor kid, had been sick Thursday. He had some stomach cramps, no vomiting or no diarrhea or anything like that, but just couldn't eat, didn't feel like he had any strength. I spoke to him today, and he's feeling much better, has been eating, so he'll join the group again next week.
I feel like both can put their names up for the derby.
Sorry?
Both of them in contention for the derby.
Who's that?
Samuel and Ben.
I think Benny's should be fine, and then Sammy, we'll just have to wait and see what happens this week. Like I said, he's just on medication now, and let's see how he pulls up in the next couple of days.
It's how pleasing then to get a clean sheet with Aziz basically pinch hitting it at centre back with Callum next to him.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job for us there. He gives you something extra as well, because not for his size, but he's always super competitive. But he gives us another guy in midfield when we needed it tonight, and he reads the game well. He's a good leader, as we know, organises well. We had the discussion within our group about what we were going to do with that situation, because it happened very last minute. So we had a couple of options, but decided to go with that option, and the players felt more comfortable with that option.
And just no one else hurt apart from Stevie today?
Unless someone has slipped off the bench, or which you never know here. No, everything should be fine.